on Indie Style, we'll feature successful entrepreneurs from across the globe who are making incredible strides in their industry. I'm Leah DeVon, and this is Indie Style.
Hey guys, welcome to Indie Style. I am your host, Leah DeVon. Well, I tell you today we have a wonderful show planned for you. Today you are going to meet celebrity personal chef and entrepreneur. Those are a lot of accolades. This is Courtney Renn, and we're going to get to know a little bit about her, and she's going to cook up something amazing. So sit back, don't go anywhere. We are definitely doing it Indie Style.
Here on Indie Style, we'll feature successful entrepreneurs from across the globe who are making incredible strides in their industry. I'm Leah DeVon, and this is Indie Style.
And welcome back to Indie Style, guys, and I'm sitting here, if you're just tuning in, with Chef Courtney Renn. And I tell you, Courtney, welcome to Indie Style.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad that you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm excited. So, a lot of people are really right now obsessed with food. They're, watching the cooking shows and just very enthralled with cooking.
Absolutely.
And you are one of the top, in my opinion. I mean, her bio is insane. You have cooked for Whitney Houston, Ben Stiller, Katherine, Heigl, the Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
you are doing your thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's kind of like the A-list of Hollywood comes to you.
For sure.
And you kind of do your thing.
Absolutely.
So let's kind of talk a little bit about how it all began for you. Did you grow up cooking in the kitchen with your grandma? How did it all begin?
I did. I have a family on both sides that cook for love. I mean, they love to do it. My mother is, I could probably call her right now, and she's cooking, but not for the purpose of, I need to eat lunch. It's relaxing to her. She likes to cook and share that with people and have people, see a smile on somebody's face. And I experienced that same thing growing up. So I was in the kitchen with her, with my grandmother, grandfather. My grandfather's parents owned a restaurant at one point.
Oh,
so it's just.
So you were just kind of like that little kid, just
Yeah,
kind of following along and
absolutely.
kind of
Absolutely.
absorbing it all in.
Yeah, and my mother told me, I was the kid that played with pots and pans, like all kids, but a lot more. Like, it was more intense, and I wanted to participate. And our cookie decorating was always much more extravagant than the average family.
Oh, Lord, so you
Yeah.
had stuff all over the place.
All over the
and it was-
place. Yeah, all over the place. And so it was just, I think the best way to explain it is it's just kind of in my blood. I don't remember the day that I decided I want to cook. It's just something I've always done. I finally one day said, you love this. You're really good at it.
Your passion.
Yeah, you're always happy, and why don't you go to school and make a career out of it? And that's when I decided to come to Atlanta and go to the Art Institute of Atlanta.
So you were originally from?
Originally from North Carolina.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about the process. So you apply to go to the Art Institute of Atlanta. How long
Correct.
did it take for you to finish the program? Like, what's kind of entailed in that?
There's the first part of culinary school is the basics. It's how to hold a knife, the basic mother sauces, the foundation really of cooking, and then there's baking and pastry, and there's also the management side of it too. So purchase and cost control, and the basics to get you set up to enter the culinary world. Luckily for me, I had worked in restaurants from the time I started working, just because that's always what I loved. So going into culinary school, I still had some food experience before
You
that.
weren't that awkward person.
Right.
That
Yeah.
went down
When
that
I got there, I
Tom,
did
don't
know
hold
how.
it.
Yeah, I did know how to hold a knife, so that was good.
That is exciting. Okay, we're gonna come right back, you guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here on Indie Style, we'll feature successful entrepreneurs from across the globe who are making incredible strides in their industry. I'm Leah DeVon, and this is Indie Style.
And welcome back to Indie Style, and we are continuing our show with Chef Courtney Renn, and if you're just tuning in, she is a celebrity personal chef and entrepreneur. So of course, I want to get into the meat and the good stuff. Like, you're sort of, like I said before, a lot of Hollywood, like, A-listers come to you. I think, like, up-and-coming chefs would want to know, like, how do you do that? Like, is it having, besides your being a phenomenal cook or chef, how does that happen? What's the process for that?
What's interesting is the movie industry, especially in Atlanta, is something that's very new. And so with more coming, which is a fantastic thing, the struggle at the beginning was getting people from LA and New York to know that there's some really good chefs here, and you don't necessarily have to bring somebody with you from LA or New York.
Which is what they do, very
right.
LA, very
yes,
cheap.
absolutely. So when I first started my business 3 years ago, I was going to do personal chef and catering because it was a good challenge for me to do that. One person, 500 people, I like to do that. There was a contact that Katherine Heigl was going to be here for.
Love her.
Yes,
love her.
absolutely.
Love her.
Me
Oh
too.
my goodness. Is she as nice as she seems like?
She is delightful.
That's
Delightful.
nice.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I would like
Good.
to have her back.
Oh, wow,
She's
wow.
delightful. But she was actually in town for an InStyle magazine shoot,
Okay.
and then we catering, so I did that. Well, I think it was about 3 months after that, I saw that she was coming back to film a movie, and I sent an email to her publicist and just said, "Hey, remember me?"
Okay, the go-getter.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, I remember. We were here, and I loved working with her. And timing really is everything, because that day, the chef that was planning on coming with her did not come. Decided
So that was
not
just
to
meant to be. You know, things are just meant to be. That was your opportunity.
Yeah, and so she came and filmed Life as We Know It. And so I spent about 3 months working with her, and it was
Such a good movie.
yeah, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I love to watch her. I mean, she's just funny.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And just she really is that.
No, but that's
She really
no. I
is
mean,
that
well,
pretty.
I mean, like, but it's nice that she's just as beautiful on the
Yeah,
inside.
absolutely.
It's so nice because I was totally going to ask that.
Absolutely.
And if she wasn't nice, we wouldn't have like aired that. But I'm so excited that
Yes.
she's just as beautiful on the
Yeah.
inside as she is on the
Yeah,
outside.
it was fantastic. So that was really, if I look back on the celebrity portion of my career, Katherine Heigl opened that door for me, because people, when they're production companies are looking for chefs and drivers or whatever it is, they want to know that you've had that experience, that you're not going to walk in the door and go, "Oh my God,
Can we take pictures?"
Yeah, and they want to know that you're going to walk in and perform just like a professional,
Right.
like you were cooking for your next door neighbor.
Right.
Because it is important for them to feel at home and comfortable,
Right.
and some celebrities really do want you to be part of that family. She was one of those people. I mean, they were very, I was included and around. So that she really did open that. People saw that on the resume, and that opened.
We
the door
did.
to
I mean, her resume is crazy. It's crazy. Like the Real Housewives of our very own Atlanta Housewives.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that experience. Are you guys listening?
That all those experiences have been phenomenal, because I've done some things with them 3 years in a row. So watching that growth and how they've developed as people and watching the show. And
Is Nene as funny in person? Because she is just out of order and hilarious. Is she that silly?
really,
I just wait for her to say these one-liners that nobody else would think
she
of.
really
Is she?
Yeah, no, and these shoots, their photo shoots last a long time. But the best thing about them is they're so funny that it's just it's
You're
like
highly entertained while you're
I'm hanging out
working.
4 hours after I'm done. I'm like, wait a minute, I can go home now. I'm paying attention to them and how funny they are, and yeah. But Nene is.
That's exciting. Well, besides Courtney having such an A-list roster of clients, I mean, the rumor around Atlanta is that you are really, really good. Like, your food is really good. That's important. It can be pretty,
Yeah.
but if it's not good, that's a problem. But I heard your food is really, really good.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And so I am so excited because we're going to go. We're in her home, like how nice she invited us in her home and into her kitchen. And I'm going to be taking mental notes.
You have to, yes. There's going to be a test at the end.
Lord, I'm just- and she's going to cook for us. So guys, don't go anywhere. Get out like your pen and paper, because you'll like tell how many cups and all that cooking stuff. As you see, I know so much about but I'm so excited to be part of it today with you. So we'll be right back.
Here on Indie Style, we'll feature successful entrepreneurs from across the globe who are making incredible strides in their industry. I'm Leah DeVon, and this is Indie Style.
And we are back on Indie Style, and as promised, Chef Courtney is going to cook up something. I'm not going to say yummy a lot because I'm going to get on your nerves, but I know it's
I won't
gonna be
get on my
good.
nerves ever.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yummy's not
And
bad
it's
word.
not bad?
No.
And tomorrow is, in Atlanta, is, well, all over, like it's just in Atlanta. It's
Just in Atlanta.
Just in Atlanta is the Super Bowl just for us, and Courtney was teasing me because I didn't know who was playing, but the Patriots and the Giants. Am I right?
Good job. Good job.
And so tell us what you're making.
I'm going to do some chili in honor of the Atlanta Super Bowl. And but we're going to do a little different spin on it. I'm going to make it with short ribs. We're going to put a lot of different kinds of chilies and peppers and all kinds of fun stuff. The great thing about this is you start it, and don't be overwhelmed because of all the ingredients here, 'cause it doesn't look like a lot. But once you get it started, it goes on the stove, and you just leave it. And you can do it, have your Saturday, and do whatever you want to do.
Well, I can tell you're a really phenomenal chef. This is a lot. Like when I make chili, there are 2 ingredients. So I'm excited to cook this. Yes, maybe.
Well, see, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to learn how to throw things in and have fun and build lots of flavor. And this is a poblano pepper. One of the reasons that I choose these is because they have a pretty deep, kind of smoky flavor.
Okay.
I don't keep the seeds in. And then we're going to do a jalapeno. I'm just going to cut this guy.
That's the hot one. Do you put the whole thing in?
I'm going to put half of this one in, and then we're going to garnish when we actually eat them with the rest of it. But really, any kind of dried chili, whatever, however hot you want it, however mild you want it, that's when how you make it yours. I personally don't love a ton of heat, so I've picked some peppers that give it enough so that you can really still enjoy all the flavors, but it's not gonna hurt anybody in the process.
Yeah, 'cause that's a problem when it's too hot. Okay, so while you're chopping, I want to get some more scoop.
Absolutely.
So I also know that you've cooked for Ben Stiller.
Yes.
Okay, he's funny.
Yes,
So
he's
what,
a funny guy.
What was that experience like?
It was an incredible experience. We were working together for about 4 months. And it's a longer shoot than any one that I've ever done. And the really challenging part, one of the things that I love the most is you're taking the chef world is crazy enough already, and things change and times are crazy.
Right.
And then you got the movie industry that it's equally as, times change. And so putting those two industries together amplifies the craziness, and I love that part of it. But he was great, and keeping people the same size, and I'm cooking for them every day. I don't want anybody to get burnt out, so I have to continue to challenge myself. This guy's with me for 4 months, and I don't want him to get bored.
And you personalize, because I read that you really make sure that you personalize your menus for your clients so that...
Absolutely. Every client is special, but if you go to the website, there's only a few examples, because it's one of the things going into this business that was really important to me is making sure that each client could have whatever they wanted. It's good for me to cook all different kinds of cuisines, and I don't want anybody to ever have to go through and okay, I'm going to have that.
Right.
So I like to talk about what you like, what you things you don't like, any allergies, and then build it around what people like. But yeah, that was a very fun experience.
Yeah, because I like him too.
Yeah, and he's funny.
Yay.
It's good working for a funny person. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we're going to get one of the things to, just in general, when you're cooking things that are going to be hanging out for a long time, you're getting ready to start your foundation.
Okay.
Basically. So think about it like building a house. You want that part of it to be sturdy. You know, this is where you're going to build all your flavors because they're going to be in there together for hours. So we're going to take some of the flavors of chili powder, cumin, and coriander that are all right here with these guys.
Okay.
And we're just going to kind of dust it.
See, I love that you're doing this. A lot of cooking shows that I watch, all they were seasoned with is salt and pepper. I was like, I don't get that.
Yeah. And this is where you build, you build that flavor. You're going to, you want this as part of your chili, so you don't want to have a separate flavor. The meat needs to have the same
flavor as your chili.
Yeah. And I am going to put my hands back in this, but we're going to throw that away when we're done with it.
And I want you to know I'm paying attention.
Good.
So we're going to season all of the meat so that it tastes like the chili.
Yes.
Yum.
We're starting our foundation. Starting to build our house. We're building our house.
Smells good already.
Okay, and now I have a little bit of grapeseed oil, and I use grapeseed oil because it has a really high smoke point. So, why are you staring at me?
Because I don't even know what grapeseed oil is. I just met her today and she's
oil.
reading me. I use olive oil when I cook. I've used peanut oil. I've never even heard.
Grapeseed oil.
Have you guys heard of grapeseed oil? Tell me what is it?
It has a higher smoke point, so when you're getting ready to sear something like this, because we're trying to caramelize the fat on that meat,
Right.
It's going to be in there for a long time, but you don't want the oil to, once it reaches its smoke point, you can start to taste a burn flavor. So yeah, you pick oils that have a little different.
So it will complement meat, right?
Absolutely. See, you're figuring it out. So we've gotten the oil hot. We're going to put all the peppers in there, and the reason that we're doing that is because we want the flavors to release from all that.
Okay.
So again, it's just, how do you make this the most intense?
You're building your house of chili.
Building the house of chili, yes. Absolutely. And you can even, you take this, the cumin, and because all that happens to these things is you put that in there and it enhances the flavor of the spice because it's toasted.
So you said this is kind of like your new twist on chili by doing the short ribs.
Absolutely.
Now can you, if you're not like a red meat eater, can you put pork ribs or it's just whatever kind of...
Whatever kind of meat you want in there. This is and the cool thing about this, because probably what I'm going to do, this meat is more, it's heartier. So it's going to be eaten as chili, and chances are it's going to be eaten as a taco at some point as well.
Oh, yeah. See, I said I'm sorry.
No,
I told her to be saying yum all afternoon, so that looks good.
So we're kind of getting this going here. So we're getting all the flavors going. Now what we're going to do.
See, because whenever I see things like ribs, I think you're going to be in the kitchen forever. Do you have... How long do you have to cook these ribs?
These ribs are going to cook for about 4 hours. However, once you get this part of it done,
That's
you come back and
what you're doing.
Yeah, you come back and check on them, but that's about it. So we're going to turn it up just a little bit so we can get a good sear on it.
Okay.
And then you want to place it with there's going to be one side that has fat and one side that doesn't. You just put that side down. And this is kind of where you have to, when you want to flip them over, walk away for about 4 more minutes.
I know, because I'm always afraid I'm going to burn things. So
Yeah. This is when patience comes in handy. You want to flip it over, but
this looks good.
both sides need to brown. And really all that's doing is just bringing out more flavor.
Okay.
But basically what you're going to do is you start to see some color. Flip them over. And so you can already smell the
Looks so good.
chili. You can already start to smell that. And you really haven't, you're only a few steps in and you already have that flavor profile going already, which is a fantastic thing. So, then what we want to do is, are you a fan of red wine?
I was very excited to see that you had this earlier.
There's another bottle, but it's not really big. Basically what you want to do, I love Malbec. It's got a little spice to it. normal chili, usually, I don't use red wine, but this is going to give it an extra depth and another layer.
Okay.
And so I filled it about halfway. It's covering half the short ribs with wine, and then we're going to add the rest of it beef stock. And just cover it up. Add a little bit of water in there because the wine, once it starts reducing, can get a little thick.
Okay.
And you don't want it to burn.
Okay. So this is almost pretty much the meat of your ingredients for this.
We're good. And then I'm going to throw some dried chilies in this guy, and then at this point, this is when you can add whatever you want. If you want basil or whatever.
So you guys could actually smell this. This smells. I'm not gonna say it. Y-U-M-M-Y. I'm gonna smell it now because I don't want to get on your nerves to say it.
So we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch gears here. So
Okay.
what you're gonna do is put a lid on it.
Okay.
Keep it at about a medium heat.
Okay.
And check on it about 30 minutes in, just because you don't want a hard boil.
Okay.
You want some bubbles happening in there, but not a hard boil. And just check on it after your 30-minute initial check-in. Give it a good stir. Make sure everything's kind of dried peppers.
Okay. So are you guys paying attention so far? I am. There may be a quiz after. You just never know. But you know what? We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Here on Indie Style, we'll feature successful entrepreneurs from across the globe who are making incredible strides in their industry. I'm Leah DeVon, and this is Indie Style.
And welcome back to Indie Style. And this is probably the best. I've had the most fun out of any show I have done. This is like a lot of fun. I've enjoyed meeting you. So, guys, today once again, this is Chef Courtney Renn. She's a phenomenal personal chef, and I tell you, hopefully you've tuned into the show to see her clientele. And she's cooking up some really amazing chili for the Super Bowl tomorrow. And so tell us what you have right here.
What is going on right here is this is the process that we just started. This is what your end product should look like, the meat.
Magically.
It's, when you start, you saw that short rib. It's like a brick.
Right.
This is what I call when the meat has surrendered.
Breaking down.
To me. And it's just finally said, I give up, I'm done, I can't hold on anymore. So you want it to have that look and just to kind of break apart with just a fork. You don't want to have to work for it. When you get there,
You're good.
you're good. So then, what I did was the things that I put in there, the dried chilies, the bay leaves, the thyme, and everything.
All of that comes out.
Just pull that out. And then I added black beans. Didn't put any kidney beans in it this time. Added black beans and some crushed tomatoes. And then at this point, we have chili.
That was crazy.
We have chili.
Crazy.
It
smells so good.
It took about 3.5 hours on about a medium heat to get there. And then this is where you can put it all in there and call it chili. Or I'm actually going to let this hang out overnight because that's when everything
Just gets really good.
comes together and it's going to be amazing.
So Courtney, I always like to ask our budding stars and entrepreneurs, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where would you like to see your career?
This portion of my career is something I definitely want to continue. I'm really getting very interested in the movie industry. The last couple of clients have really, I'm intrigued by it. I love it. It's a really fun experience. I definitely want to continue to do that with so much coming to Atlanta. And I definitely see a restaurant in my future for sure. Yeah.
So if you do that, we will be there.
Yes,
to be there for her opening.
Yeah.
Miraculously, the chili is done. How did you do that? Just it's a magic thing.
Absolutely.
And so I'm excited I get to try it. And once again, tell us what you made again today.
I'm a braised short rib chili.
Okay, that's crazy. That's really good.
See, you can do this. You can do it.
I could never do it like she did it. It does have a kick, but it's not like an overpowering kick. That is delicious. Yay. So all of the rumors I've heard about Chef Courtney are true. You are going to have an absolutely budding, phenomenal career.
Thank
Because
you so
not
much.
only are you talented, you are lovely on the inside, and
Well, thank you.
that will just take you so far.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you for having me
Yeah,
in your home
absolutely. It's
today.
been a
It was so
pleasure.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And guys, once again, tell us where we can find you.
www.chefcourtney13.com.
Okay, guys, and until next week, I am Leah DeVon. Be well.
Looking around me, I can't believe you're not here anymore with me. Last time I saw you, I knew it could be the ultimate little star. Always so bright, you kept on fighting to turn off your light. But not even the silence can bring you down, my little star. Keep on shining, little star. Keep on shining.